Hello everyone, welcome back to another vlog. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Stacy. I am so excited to have you here. So I feel like I haven't filmed a proper reading vlog in quite some time. I have definitely just been reading on my alone time. I haven't been documenting it as much as I would have liked to, but I am reading some really good books right now that I really want to talk about, and there's some that I recently finished that I haven't been able to talk about. And one thing about me is that we're going to yap about books, and now that my schedule seems to be giving me some sort of a break, I really just want to dive back into all the book content in this space. I have been working towards a little bit more consistency with filming now that I've caught up on work and all of that good stuff. So right now I'm about to make my way over to go get an iced matcha. Last year all I was drinking was non-stop coconut iced matcha, and it was honestly the most perfect summer drink. So now that it's back, I will be drinking that until further notice. But also recently my friend Remy gave me a gift card to a new bookshop that I hadn't been to. It was recently my birthday, so I was so excited to receive that. And I ended up going and filming while I was there, but I realized that I didn't film a proper intro before going to the bookstore. So that's what we're doing now. So before I head out for my matcha, I'm just gonna insert some clips here of said bookstore because it was so gorgeous. I really love the space so much. Since I got the gift card, I felt like it was a perfect excuse to go and just browse books. And I did end up picking one up, but I definitely want to sit down with you guys somewhere in this vlog and just kind of show you the book haul that I've had recently. Either I've gotten some from Simon & Schuster, or I got it at the bookstore, or I've found them at a little free library, but either way, we've been doing good with the spending on the books lately. I've been reading so much on my Kindle lately, and that's honestly such a money saver. Highly recommend if you are not in the Kindle game just yet. I'm honestly obsessed with that thing. But yes, we have done damage nonetheless with new books. But yes, I'm gonna go ahead and stop yapping, but I just miss being in the space. I miss you guys. I miss talking your ear off. And yeah, I'm just so happy to be filming, and I'm glad I pushed myself to do that today. But yes, here are a few clips of the bookstore, and then afterwards, we'll go get matcha. So I'm about to step out in a few minutes, but I wanted to take some time really quick to go through this very large stack of books here that I've accumulated over the past month that I haven't been able to talk about, or not talk about, but just share with you guys. But a lot of these were either gifted to me, or I found them in different like free little libraries, or my partner has also picked up a couple of these. When he's out and about, he kind of just like stops at some whenever he finds any, and he'll see if he can find any good books. But yes, this is my stack of books. I think this is all of them. I don't know. I tried my best to kind of gather them together. There's 14 books here. I put myself on a book ban, and I honestly have been doing a really good job, but I've still managed to get new selections anyway. But some of these are really great, and I'm really excited about them. Okay, I don't know where to start first, but I think I'm gonna do the little paperback books that I have on the top. So I just kind of want to go through them really quickly. I know I can spend like forever talking about the books, and some of these are new to me and I haven't heard of them, but some of these have also been on my TBR, so I'm quite familiar with them. But the first one on the list is Stephen King's Finders Keepers. I haven't read this book yet by him, but I really like the cover to this a lot. I love a small little book that I can fit in like my bagoo. I feel like there's so many books in my personal collection from Stephen King that are very small size like this, and I really love that fact because I have bags of all shapes and sizes, and I love a bag that can fit honestly any book. But yes, I am very excited to add this one to my ever-growing Stephen King collection. Very good find. Okay, the next one on the list is one that I found at a little free library. I don't know anything about this series, but it was a tiny little book, which I'm a sucker for, but it's part of a series, the Apron Shop series, and this one is called Hems and Homicide, and it looks like this. Again, I just love little books that honestly fit in the palm of my hand, and I was intrigued. It says these designs are to die for, and I was like, say less. But yeah, I think this will be a fun little read to kind of pick up in between other books that I'm reading. The next book on the list is also from a series that I have not read. I've seen the first movie, but I haven't seen the second. But this is Children of Dune. It looks like this. I really love the covers to this entire series, to be honest, but I just love the colors and the design that I've been seeing on all of the Dune books. But I'm really excited about this one. I want to say that this is either the second or third one in this series, so obviously I need to get the first before I start this one, but I couldn't pass it up because I do want to read this series so bad and I just haven't committed to it yet, but I have this one, so I'm on the hunt for the other ones. Okay, these are the two that I did purchase. I went to Half Price Books and I literally had zero intentions of buying anything, I swear. But then I found these and I had to get them. One of them, I have to explain myself. So the first one, I already have this book and I filmed myself at the bookstore buying said book, but then I found this one at Half Price Books, which is an older cover and it is one that I wanted, and I just ended up buying the other version instead. But then I came across this one and I had to pick it up, so yes. But that is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bront. I think I have this book in the living room, so I don't want to go and get it, but I literally just bought that book like a month or two ago. And then when I picked that one out, there was one right next to it, which I had to grab too, which is this one. I am so excited to read this too. I've already read Wuthering Heights, but I haven't read this one yet. But I did want to reread Wuthering Heights this year. I just haven't dived into it just yet, but I think I want to read this one first before diving back into Wuthering Heights again. Honestly, I'm so obsessed with both of these. I love the colors to both of them. I love the size. I love a book that has been loved and used, and I don't know, there's something about them. But I'm really excited to have these in my own personal collection. I just think the colors to these are so gorgeous, and I am just so excited to dive into both of these. Okay, the next one is from an author that I haven't read from yet, but it is long overdue, and that is James Baldwin. I got a gift card recently from my friend Remy for my birthday, so I was looking for like an hour for a book, and I ended up stumbling upon this one. I've been wanting to read a James Baldwin book for quite some time, so I also loved the cover to this. I know this isn't the original cover, but I really loved the yellow. The synopsis really intrigued me, so yeah, if you're a fan of James Baldwin, let me know what your favorite book is, or if you have any other suggestions. But I'm really excited to dive into this one, and Remy, thank you so much for the gift card and for feeding my addiction. One of my last vlogs, I talked about how I found The Hunger Games, which I was so stoked about, and I'm currently reading that book and I'm really loving it, and I totally get how late to the game I am, but I'm a fan. I really like it a lot. But on that note, my partner went to a little free library recently and he ended up finding Catching Fire, which I was so stoked about because I just know myself, and as soon as I finish The Hunger Games, I'm going to want to jump into the next one. And now I have it. So that was really exciting. Another one that my partner found recently was Divergent. This is another one that I have never read before, and I've never seen the movie either. But recently my friend Lauren also ended up getting this book. But yeah, I think that we're gonna dive into this one pretty soon, which I'm so stoked about. I just feel like this year I've been just gravitating towards books that are like either classics or ones that have been around for quite some time, but I'm kind of late to the game with. And I've honestly just really been enjoying the reads that I've picked up lately, and also kicking myself for not starting them sooner. But yes, this is one that I'm so stoked about. I'm so excited to read with my friend. The next one on the list is called The Paper Palace. It looks like this. I've actually seen this one floating around on my feed a couple of times, so I added it to my TBR. I really love the cover and all the colors so much. But yeah, I am really excited to dive into that one. I'm just excited to dive into all of them. Okay, moving on to the book mail that I've gotten. So I got 3 recently from Simon & Schuster, or actually 2 from Simon & Schuster, and then I got 1 as a surprise from the Dial Press, which I've never received anything from them before, so I was really excited about that. So from the Dial Press, they sent me Annie Knows Everything by Rachel Wood. It looks like this. I have definitely seen this book all over my feed, and I do have this one on my TBR, and I'm really excited to read this one. I think the cover is so fun. And then part of the Simon & Schuster package, one I am so stoked to read. They sent me one last year from the same author. His name is 𝒊𝒏𝒕𝒓𝒐, and that book was called Lie With Me, and it was very similar in storyline to Call Me By Your Name. This was one book that I ended up really loving. It was such a page turner for me. I love a good queer read, and it was just so good. So I saw that they sent me this one, which is by the same author. It's called The Summer Boy, and I am so stoked, honestly. If it's anything like the other book that I read from this author, I know I'm gonna love this. And this one's a hardcover. I've been getting a lot of paperbacks lately, so it's nice to have like a little hardcover. And what I'm noticing about this author's book so far is that they are quick reads, but they're such amazing stories, and I am just so excited about this. And this is probably at the top of my list of ones that I want to tackle pretty soon. And then the second one from Simon & Schuster is They All Fall in Love at the End. I honestly haven't read too much on the synopsis of this one. There are certain books that if I haven't seen them floating around and I receive them, I just like going in blindly and not really reading too much into it. So I think that's what I want to do with this one. I don't really want to read too much about what it's about. So I didn't want to end this part of the video without sharing these last 2 books that I haven't talked about that are honestly first place to any of these books. Little story time. So I went to an estate sale with my friend. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably already know this, but I haven't shared it on here. But I went to an estate sale with my friend after getting some coffee over the weekend. This was probably like a month ago, and I was just looking through the books, and I noticed just sitting there so nonchalantly this Stephen King book, which I just immediately started shaking because I knew upon looking at it that it was a first edition Stephen King book, which I have been on the hunt forever to get my hands on a first edition from Stephen King. I kind of already had my moment to like freak out, but yeah, I love this book so much. I keep it up here, which you've probably seen earlier, like in this vlog, but yeah, she deserves a place up there to just shine. Every time I grab it, I can't believe that I own this. But yeah, the owner of the estate sale let me have it for such an incredible price. I just started talking to her about like me being a kid, just growing up like reading Stephen King stories in the library. So yeah, she let me buy it for such a great price, and I was so grateful. But that is The Stand by Stephen King. I'm just like trying to hold it so gracefully, but this book is so gorgeous. I honestly just can't believe that it's in my collections. She is a thick one, let me tell you, and just absolutely gorgeous. But yes, it just has a small little area down at the bottom of the page where it says first edition, then the copyright year and everything, but I wanted to turn that around so you guys can see it. But it is down here. Guys, that's unreal. I'm so stoked about this. I honestly don't ever think that I'm gonna shut up about it, but yes, I want to have a nicer place for it, but for now I just kind of keep her up here because this is kind of like my physical media bookshelf / like VHS DVD collection, which I want to go more in depth on the fun stuff I've got behind me over here, but I feel like I end up just talking so much, so I just wanted to kind of like tackle a thing at a time per se. But yes, last book on the list though, it's also a Stephen King book, and I also got it at the same estate sale. This book is definitely one that's been high on my list on my Stephen King TBR because I have a Stephen King TBR that's so separate from like my normal TBR, which is insane, but it looks like this. I am so excited to dive into this one, and I was so stoked that I was able to find that last book as well as this one on the same day. I just felt like the luckiest person on the planet that day. But yes, that is basically it. I feel like I'm constantly letting these books accumulate, and then I end up talking you guys' ear off, so I'm going to try to be more consistent with that. But yes, there's so many books. There's so many books that I have yet to dive into that I'm so excited about, but you can't see, but it's at the bottom of the shelf here. It started off with like 3 books because I have more shelves out in the living room, but I've been running out of space and I've been putting them on here, but you can't really see. But anyways, yeah, lots of good reads, lots of really great things that I'm reading right now. But yes, right now I'm about to step out for a little while and probably read. But yes, I need to go grab my things and head out the door. So yes, I will check back in with you guys in a little bit. So I just finished getting ready. I am about to head out. My friend Remy is hosting a little matcha book club event situation, so I am so excited. Come say hi. So I'm super excited. I signed up for this event, I want to say like a week ago, and we get like a complimentary matcha or a coffee, so very excited about that. But I wanted to show you guys what book I'm reading right now. So I've been reading Our Perfect Storm by Carly Fortune, which looks like this. This is her new release, which I was so excited about. I discovered this author last summer and I completely fell in love with her. I love her style of writing so much, and I was really excited to get my hands on this book. But I am so close to finishing this. This is a best friends to lovers story, which I adore so much. I think if you're looking for like a cute, cozy little romance read or something like that's quick and easy to read in between anything else that you're reading, Carly Fortune is honestly such a go-to. I want to say I'm about like 75% done with this. I don't have too much left, so I definitely want to pack my Kindle so that I can finish that. And then you guys, I've been taking forever to finish this book, and it's not because I don't enjoy it, but I have a bad habit of just reading like 6 to 7 books at once because I have to switch it up every now and then. But I've been reading this for a couple months now, but I've been reading this for a little bit, and as you can tell from my bookmark here, I am almost done with it. I want to say that both of these have pretty much the same amount left in them, but I'm so stoked. I'm so excited to see my friend. They're also gonna have a little bookmark charm bar, which I'm so excited about. Honestly, I need to feel something right now, and I need to go just kind of spend time with friends and community, and I just love being able to do things like this. But I'm gonna go ahead and pack these books in my bag and then we'll head out the door. But yes, I am so excited. Come with me.